Hello and welcome to the next video of my LEC 2023 preview series. We're covering Excel. Similar to Astralis, there is no ERL team to be found. JDXL has been officially disbanded, and their slot was bought out by somebody else. So I don't know who their ERL team is, if they have one. Usually a team does. It's just hard to find, not very official. Last year, Excel went 18-18, 9-9 in both splits. So the epitome of average. We saw them in summer really heat up after their Korean boot camp, and then everybody else caught up to them, and they struggled. Their team JDXL actually went 26-10 last year, so it was not awful, but nevertheless they disbanded. And one has to wonder if they were cutting costs because they wanted to spend in free agency. 4 of these 5 players were not on the team last year. They allowed Finn to leave to go to Astralis. Mark Kuhn is with SK. Nuke Duck is now a coach for 100 Thieves. And Mickey X went back to G2. So what did the team end up, doing? How did they replace these players? They brought in Otawamne from Rogue, now Koi Fish. Xerxes from Astralis. Vethio from Misfits, and Targamas from G2. It pretty much was Targamas for Mickey X was a trade. This team's going to be 22.8 years old going into the year. Otawamne, one of the oldest players in the world, still playing in one of the 4 major regions. He's 27 years old, put up a 3.4 KDA, 8.2 CS per minute, 58.6 KP. We saw him at Worlds really thrive on the weak side. Maokai sticking out is something to remember. And that's his role. He is a weak side player, and on this team, he's definitely a weak side player with Vethio, so it should work out fine. 540 damage per minute, 24/7 damage share, 21/7 gold share, 1 solo kill across 18 games. He played 6 champions, GP, Gnar, and Gwen, most notably. So Odo is going to be on the weak side on an island doing his thing. In the jungle, we have Xerxes at 23 years old, was one of, if not, the catalyst for Astralis, along with Jonghoon. At 23 years old, last split, he put up a 4.4 KDA, 5.5 CS per minute, 76.4 KP. 76.4 KP is pretty damn good. 3 out of every 4 kills, actually more than 3 out of every 4 kills, Xerxes was involved in. Not much was happening for Astralis if Xerxes did not have his fingerprints on it. 382 damage per minute, 17.6 damage share, which is 5% higher than we're seeing for even some lower end junglers. So like the distribution of damage, distribution of carry prio and things like that, definitely a little off last year with Astralis because Xerxes was, the carry oftentimes for Astralis. 18.8 gold share, 1 solo kill in 18 games, played 6 champions, likely parties of Wukong, Viego, and Trundle being the most played. Xerxes, I expect to do fine with this team. This team is like a hodgepodge of like puzzle pieces. Like, it's pretty much the top players in each role that were free agents, and it's outside of, obviously they didn't replace bot lane. But the other 4 roles, I feel like they couldn't have done any better in any of them, regionally and domestically. So it's definitely something that's going to be interesting to monitor, right? This team's either going to do really well or really poorly. We're thinking back to like Vitality last year and how they kind of just tried to build a super team and it didn't work. That's kind of the situation we have here. In mid lane, you have Vethio, who I had as my spring MVP going in. He was very good. And in summer, Misfits kind of drafted a little weird, kind of screwed with Vethio a bit, and he still put up great numbers. At 20 years old, 4.3 KDA, 9.6 CS per minute, 66.4 KP, so 2 out of every 3 kills he's involved in, and he's dominating his matchup. Vethio could be the best Western mid laner right now. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that because they're just riding caps still, but Vethio, I think, is definitely in the conversation. Like, Vethio is outstanding. 604 damage per minute, 27 damage share, 24.2 gold share, 3 solo kills across 19 games, played 8 champions. Silas, Corky, Ari, his 3 most played. The only mainstay on Excel is Patrick. Patrick at 22 years old, 4.1 KDA, 9.1 CS per minute, 62.8 KP. Definitely average at best. I'm not a big Patrick fan. I know some people are. I think this team could have done better by going after maybe Unforgiven or even considering upset. You know, these two 80 carries that were left out. I know it's a lot of money and a lot to expect to switch out all 5 players. But frankly, think about, I mean, it would have been pretty nasty. Upset probably doesn't fit into the, well, with Vethio, it's kind of hard to determine if you'd fit in properly, but Unforgiven possibly could have. 621 damage per minute, 29.9 damage share, 24/7 gold share. He is definitely a carry. 2 solo kills across 19 games. He played 11 champions, a champion Ocean as far as 80 carries are concerned. Zeri, Draven, Lucian, his 3 most played. Excuse me. Alongside him, you're going to have Targamas. At 22 years old, I thought Targamas was at times G2's best player last year. Definitely dragging Flacked to the finish line. Targamas now being with Excel alongside, I would say Patrick's an upgrade over Flacked, even though I just, kind of brought him down a bit. I think Targamas has an opportunity to do really well. 7.2 KDA, 75.1 KP. He roams 3 out of every 4 kills he was involved in with G2. 256 vision score a minute. 2 cleared wards every 5 minutes. 12 champions in 18 games. We saw a lot of weird bot lanes out of Targamas. His Senna is very good. Lulu, Renata, Tom Kench, his 3 most played. He can play anything down there and does it. Excuse me. Does it at a high level. Targamas is a very good player. Honestly, this team, Excel, have went all in. This team is an all-in sort of team. And the thing is, it's like Vitality last year, like I said. I mean, you spend a lot of money. Can the pieces vibe and work together and get it done? That's a whole nother conversation. But it will definitely be a team to monitor. Everybody has a weakness in the LEC, if you missed my LEC tier list video. But Excel is the team that kind of doesn't. And by that, I mean, you know what all 5 of these players are. Every other team has a player on it that is questionable. Rogue with the top laner, Suskenda. I mean, I don't think he is by any means as established as these 5 players. Fnatic, Rux, he is not established like these guys. Yike with G2 is not established. Mad Lions have a couple. Chasey is not established. Heretics is just frankly unestablished outside of Yankos. So really there isn't Vitality topside, and I mean Photon and Bo they're not established. So Excel is the team that has 5 pieces that we know about and we know what to expect out of them. It's just a matter of if it meshes together properly. So if you enjoy this video, like it, click on the playlist so you can watch the Astralis video that came out a couple days ago. And, if you're watching this actually, a week or so from now, there are other videos on that playlist for the LEC. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube member. Supporting me would be awesome. Support would be awesome so I can do this. I have a lot of not high, but I have a lot of ideas I'd like to do this upcoming split. And honestly, it's just a matter of being able to have the funds to do it. So $3 a month supports me. $10 a month supports me even more. You get extra content that includes my League of Legends predictions for each game the day before they occur. I do a short video where I give my predictions. So if that interests you, that's at the $10 tier. Thank you for watching and hope you come back for more content.